This local statement amplifies the latest advisory and gives specific actions to be taken in the following counties: the Upper Keys portion of Monroe County, Dade, Broward, Martin, St. Lucie, Okeechobee, Glades, and Henry counties. At 7 o'clock, the Hurricane David was centered near latitude 24.4 north and longitude 78.1 west, and that is about 165 miles southeast of Miami. The hurricane continues to move toward the northwest at 12 to 15 miles an hour. Local government officials, in cooperation with the governor's office, have recommended evacuation of low-lying coastal areas of Dade and Broward counties and the upper Florida Keys. Hurricane warnings have now been extended northward along the coast through Martin and St. Lucie counties, and residents of those areas should listen for directives from local officials. Any evacuations must be completed before rising tides cut off routes to the mainland. Details pertaining to evacuation, including shelter locations, transportation, are being issued by county government officials, and they are being broadcast by radio and television stations. It has been recommended that persons in the Upper Keys north of the 7 Mile Bridge evacuate northward to Miami. Due to extremely low elevations, roads connecting the Keys to the mainland likely will be cut off by tides early this evening. Tides along the southeast coast and Upper Keys are running 1 to 2 feet above normal. The surf is rough. Tides will increase during the evening. Gusts to 50 miles an hour were reported in the Miami area during the afternoon. Winds will be increasing steadily during the evening through all of the hurricane warning area. Hurricane preparations in the warning area should be rushed to completion. Specific action should include the following: occupants of mobile homes should secure their property and seek shelter in permanent type structures on high ground. Boat owners should move quickly to protect their craft before conditions render this too dangerous. All loose objects around homes and construction sites must be secured, as they can do enormous damage in hurricane conditions. Windows and glass doors should be boarded up or taped. Large sliding glass doors should be wedged so that they cannot vibrate out of their tracks. End of statement.
Mr. Hope, with the increasing amount of counties that are being issued hurricane warnings, is it your opinion that this hurricane is going to go right up through Florida?
It looks very much as if it will come into Florida, and we're not ready yet to pick the exact spot, but the northern counties are threatened, the ones that have been added, as well as the counties that were in the warning area previously.
Are we looking at a hurricane, though, that might go right up through the state of Florida and then into Georgia?
That is altogether possible. It could go right up through Florida, or could even come out on the west coast. It's just too early to say about that.
At this point, however, it is aiming straight at Miami.
Very close to straight at Miami. Very close.
How big is this storm?
It's increased some, and it's up to 90 miles an hour. We haven't seen a lot of increase during the afternoon. The center of the hurricane has been over Andros Island, actually, for a couple of hours, and on satellite pictures we see that the eye is not quite so distinct. We've had some reports from Andros indicating the winds are estimated at 115 miles an hour.
115?
115, estimated. That's not a measured wind.
Any reports of damage?
No reports of damage.
This storm grew fairly steadily during the day. Can we expect to see some more increasing at night? Are the conditions favorable at night as they are in the day?
Yes, we think we will see some more increase. We think perhaps it'll level off an hour or two because the eye has been right over land. Andros, as you know, is a fairly large island, and the eye has been over now for 2 hours, just about.
And what does that mean for...
Well, that means that the trend we saw for increasing early in the day was temporarily retarded. But we expect that the increasing trend to resume this evening.
You mentioned that we should expect more strong winds tonight. Can you give us some times? How late in the evening will this wind start getting strong, and how strong will they get?
Well, we got the one band of pretty strong winds came in early this afternoon. Now, we have other bands right behind that, and we would expect to see now during the next few hours some more of these rain bands coming in. And each one of those will have strong gusty winds, increasing each time, I believe.
It looks from the map that Nassau is getting a great deal of the impact of this hurricane. Have you heard anything from Nassau?
Yes, I talked to Nassau. They are some distance, though, away from the center, and they've had stronger winds than we have, but nothing very excessive. They've had gusts up into the 40s, and that was the strongest they had reported as of about 1 hour ago.
What is the latest time that people have to get out of the Keys before the before the bridges wash over?
Well, we would think during the next several hours. It's hard to pin a definite hour, but the tides are going to be coming up, and there will be areas that are likely to be cut off within the next few hours.
These bands that you say are also coming in the next few hours.
Yes.
Is there a potential for damage in these time periods?
Until we get in pretty close to the core of the storm, I think the damage would be superficial. It certainly would be enough to blow loose objects around and break branches off trees and that sort of thing. Might even put some wires down.
What areas of the Keys are you concerned about in terms of roads being washed out?
We're concerned about the upper Keys. The upper Keys are the only ones that are under the hurricane
No,
warning.
I understand, but
Yeah.
but which you say roads might be washed out? Do you in what part of?
Well,
the
we're
Upper
thinking of
Keys?
the ones on the north just coming into the mainland, or Card Sound and approaching the Card Sound Bridge and so on.
Thank you very much.
Okay.